Hello and welcome to this vlog. I'm filming this actually a few days into this week, so it's out of order clips, but that's what it is. I went away last weekend, as I mentioned in the last vlog, and I attempted to write on the plane, but it was a really small, well, not a really small plane, it was a smaller plane, and the turbulence and like the pressure in the cabin was just like, ugh. And so I opened up my laptop and I was like, I'm going to get so much writing done on this hour and a half flight. And as I started to type, I went, "Ugh," and then I decided I don't want to throw up on this plane. So I closed my laptop and I ended up just crocheting because that was all I could do. And then when I was visiting my friends, they have a toddler. So I was absolutely unable to sit down and focus because I was playing with a toddler and living up my best life. So I didn't get any writing done on the weekend and I have nothing to show for my time there apart from this clip that I'm going to insert now. Because I thought the lights were pretty when we were landing. So it was a fun weekend. I also didn't get any reading done because I also felt similarly sick on the plane when I was reading. I can't read or write in cars, but I can do it on trains and like bigger planes. So I guess it's just the way it was bouncing or something like that. I have no idea, but I was unable to write. And I have been pretty unproductive this week so far. It is Wednesday and it's almost Wednesday afternoon, and I have class all day on Thursdays. So I doubt that I'm going to be productive tomorrow either. So this video might be very short. But I was also unable to read very much. So I haven't really read more of Note of the Ninth, and I really wish I could. But I have just been brains off kind of person this week. It is my first week back in classes, so it is a little. Ugh. Monday, the classes went horribly because I was so sleep deprived from my flight that I ended up leaving early and just slept all day. So Monday was unproductive. Yesterday, I wrote quite a bit. I was watching the men's figure skating, the short program for the Olympics on my TV, and I was writing for The Nature of the Beast, and I ended up getting around 900 words done. So here's the word count for the session that you just saw the time skip for. I was writing while I was watching the Olympic figure skating, so I wasn't really that productive, but I did get 936 words, though 33 of them were written on the plane. But this is the most I've written in a couple of days. So, woo! And it's for The Nature of the Beast. Let's go. Again, the writing does feel a bit you're like, oh, there's like something there, but it definitely needs to be like shaped into something that resembles a human being more than like this clay monster I have on the ground. So it definitely needs to be worked on, and I can feel it. And as I'm writing it, like that feeling, just like, ugh. Especially because this is like the fourth time I'm writing like this story, and the first half of the story has stayed the same the whole every four drafts, and the second half of the story has changed every four drafts. So it's like I'm writing half of a first draft and half of a fourth draft, and it's very frustrating because the first half is like gorgeous writing. You're like, everything is there for a purpose, and like, sure, it's probably going to be edited out when it's looked at by beta readers and whatnot, but it's like, ooh, crisp, nice, lovely, the metaphors hit, the sentences make sense, the plot beats are nice. And now I'm in the second half and I'm like, I forgot about these two characters. I introduced them in chapter 10 and I set them down for chapters 11 and 12. And now they're back in chapter 13 and people are going to be like, who is this? So I have to go back and edit that and make them more present. And then it's like, how many times can I mention this one character's backstory before it gets tiring? And I was writing it and I was like, this is getting tiring for even me. So if it's getting tiring for me, it's definitely getting tiring for the readers. So I just like, well, my goal initially was to get this draft done by the end of February because I finished the third draft at the end of February in 2025. But I really doubt that I will get it done. One, because I'm not writing that much, and two, because I have about 40,000 words to write, and it is currently the 11th. I'm not writing 40,000 words in 17 days. I could try, and I think I would regret it, and I'd be very sad for the rest of my life. Or at least, like, that, not the rest of my life, those 17 days. I'd be very sad. But right now, I am going to, I think, try to write more of the nature of the beast because I do like what I'm getting at. I need to connect a paragraph to the rest of the work because I started writing it and then I changed it and then all that fun stuff. But we shall see. So I am going to work on that. I don't think there's going to be a time skip because my phone is running low on battery. Not battery, storage. My phone is running low on storage because I have too many pictures and I can only delete so many. So but I will get back to you when I am done writing and we shall see if I actually get words on the page or if I go back to watching the YouTube video I was watching before turning this camera on. I love being so productive. Okay, let's go. I just finished my writing session for today. We are now at 67,000 total words and 15,017 words written. I think I finished this chapter, but it definitely gets a little repetitive, so it needs to be edited. Chapter is 4,457 words, which is acceptable. And I'm hoping to get this second draft done and like wrapped up within the next chapter. And then we can transition to the third act, which I'm much more excited about and will flow a lot easier. So hopefully in this video, I actually get to the third act. But let's go. So I currently have a half-hour timer set on my phone because I am making sourdough and I'm doing the stretch and folds for it. So I'm going to see how much I can get done writing in that time. I did supply teach this morning, so I am a little bit tired, so it might not be that great. And I have no idea what I'm actually going to be working on, if I am going to work on anything like important. I am working on something, but I don't know if I'm going to be working on like the nature of the beasts or if I'm going to be working on something a lot easier to stomach and to think about. But I'm not too sure. Teaching went well. It wasn't that complicated or anything like that. And oh, you know what I'm actually going to do? This somewhat counts as writing. I am going to be planning my next monster for my Monster of the Week campaign with my roommate, my partner, and my best friend. So I'm going to do that. I know it's not really like writing, it's like tabletop RPG planning, but still it is something. And I think I'm going to up the danger for this one because they keep killing the monsters super fast. I mean, they almost died this one, but I want to make it harder. I want to make it worse. So if you're my partner and you're watching this, I'm not going to give any spoilers, but watch out. So I'm going to go grab my rules book and then we will get to it. So this is the rules book that I have. A lot of the playbooks I got online for free, but there are a couple in here that aren't online, or at least they weren't when I was looking for them. And so I am going to be plotting out some really fun monsters that are actually plot related to the characters' backstories. Because initially this started off as like like your contract monster hunters. Here's your like contract, go beat it, and it's like a one session thing. But now I think I'm gonna make it a wee bit more complex, a little bit more tricky, and hopefully have them last multiple hours over campaigns instead of, I think the last monster lasted about 5 hours and I kind of wanted it a little bit longer. So let's get going. I am going to have a lot of fun with this. So if you're Benton, be scared. So I wrote almost 700 words for the planning. I did have to stop and check the book a couple of times, and my alarm did go off. And I did my stretch and fold, so everything is great. But I think this is where I'm going to end the video. If you're watching this on the day it comes out, it is Valentine's Day, so I hope you have a happy and wonderful Valentine's. If you are interested in following along on my writing journey, please feel free to subscribe. And if you like the video, please hit the like button. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a lovely day.